This is the Lion Warrior, Bobby Sharp, making his debut for New Frontier Wrestling, and I'm here for one reason only: the Win the King of Combat tournament. If there's anything that I know, it's how to be a king. So I'm here to face the very best Ontario has to offer to prove that I am the roar you can't ignore, and I'm going all the way to the top of the throne.
My name is Covey Christ, and I'm here at New Frontier Wrestling to win the King of Combat 2. I'm excited because when I win, I'm gonna go on and face the Grand Champion for my chance at immortality. What you're gonna see tonight is the purveyor of perfection, the savior of submission. What you're gonna see is a cardio kingpin and a technical spectacle. And when I'm done winning this tournament, you will all get to see what greatness is. Till then, I'll pray for you. Backhands.
Introducing first up this time, weighing 180 pounds, from God's country, King Trent Bosusa. He is the savior of Maritime Wrestling. He is the technical spectacle. He is the cardio kingpin. He is
And here he comes, the Ring Loyal, with backhand in tow, Nova Scotia's own Covey Christ. You got that right, George? Because I did see the prediction show. It's Christ, not Chris.
Listen, people can make mistakes, and I apologize for my mistake. But I also had to do the prediction show myself. Because, by the way, I sent you a few messages on Facebook, and you left me on red, probably getting high in a corner somewhere.
Hey man, you don't have to cover for the matchmaker. I got the message loud and clear. I wasn't invited to the party. This is going to be a good matchup, though, as it is Covey Christ's first time in New Frontier Wrestling. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch him, I got to tell you, George, you're in for a treat.
Absolutely, Covey Christ, sorry. I'm going to get it right one day.
This is a first time in this tournament where we have had a New Frontier outsider, so to speak, against another New Frontier outsider. Every match thus far that you have seen a regular face to the New Frontier roster. But for the first time in this tournament, we have two brand new faces to New Frontier. Not new by any means to the independent scenes. You can see them from one end of this country to the other, and this is, I think, the most distance as well between two hometowns that you're going to find in the tournament tonight.
Absolutely, and you know what? I had the ability to sit down with both of these men today for separate conversations, dropping soon on Straight Talk. Bobby Sharp coming back from a career-ender injury and finding a way to kick it in second gear, best shape of his life at 35. Covey Christ steps away from wrestling for 8 years, comes back at the age of 30, gets back into it. And he's in the best shape of his life at 38. Can you see two men approaching that middle-aged stage of their life in the shape that these two bulls are in? I mean, it's impressive skills.
Absolutely. Both impressive in their own regard. And as they tie up here, they're gonna determine which one of them is the most impressive.
Absolutely. I gotta say, this was the match that most intrigued me in the first round matchups. Gotta see who's gonna move on to face Tarek in the next round.
And as these two are both more of your traditional wrestlers, as Covey calls himself a ring loyal, not necessarily, while they are veterans of the ring, not a veteran to the rule set in New Frontier. And early in this match, you see a little bit of abidance to a rule set they may not have figured out. They don't have to abide by.
But you want to talk about ring IQ and ring experience. These two are the most experienced in this tournament. A total and a surprising total of almost 40 years of wrestling experience between the two of them. I mean, that says something. So these two men, they are chameleons. They can adapt, and they can survive in a new frontier setting.
Absolutely, both can survive. And, you know, as he's got Covey Christ on the mat here and he, you know, works his way to the feet, I don't know if necessarily taking that ground game against Covey Christ, it puts anybody... I don't think the ground game necessarily puts anybody at an advantage with Covey Christ. I think maybe the biggest mistake he made right there is bringing him back to his feet.
Absolutely, and Christ right now is a little bit kind of shell-shocked there by the power of Bobby Sharp. I don't think he went into it thinking that there was going to be that much power behind Sharp, but as the match progresses, you got to wonder, Skills, who does it favor?
That's kind of where I was going with it. On the ground, I do believe this contest does favor Covey Christ, but you know, that's why I said maybe his biggest mistake, again, boom, right there, is working his way back to his feet, because Bobby is the bigger man in this fight, and you know, going toe-to-toe with shoulder blocks might not be Covey Christ's best route of attack here.
Wow, and look at that picture-perfect dropkick, and Bobby Sharp does not look like he's in a wrestling match right now. He hasn't dropped an inch of sweat, and we're 2.5 minutes in this match, and neither has Chris. Shows up both their conditioning is impeccable. But, I mean, I don't know. This may be like Tarek and Icarus. This may come down literally 2 seconds.
Absolutely. You know, if one of them does get in their groove and the other one makes that mistake consistently of, you know, driving out of their lane, so to speak, and not doing what they do best and trying to show the other that they could do what they do better, that might be the downfall of either one of these guys tonight.
Near fall, look at that. Switch by Chris. Bobby Sharp again, these two going toe-to-toe. Here we go. Wow, look at this. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a treat
Chris
right now.
Holler making every single penny of that paycheck tonight.
Absolutely. Backslide.
I tell you, if referee Chris Holler was getting paid by the hand slap tonight, he'd be bankrupting the matchmaker.
In that first match, he absolutely would. Look at that, German. Is he going to pull a Brock Lesnar right now as Bobby Sharp? Is he going to go? Triple Crown.
And you called it, he nails it.
And Bobby Sharp standing tall, and Covey Christ got to wonder, did he sign up for more than he bargained for here at the King of Combat tournament? Because this tournament is not for the weak at heart. This features the best of the best that Canada has to offer.
Gets out of the way for that one, though. He's definitely determined to tell you he did not sign up for the wrong contest.
Wow. Like a torpedo coming out of a submarine. One,
Absolutely.
two, and oh.
The bigger of the two, but don't make any mistake about it. Bobby could get on those ropes and come at you.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is where I pose this question to you, Skill, having more ring experience than myself. Bobby Sharp, condition is excellent. Covey Christ, conditioning is excellent. I gotta wonder, is one little mistake going to be the difference between the winner and the loser in this match?
Absolutely. Like you said, they both in great shape, both got good endurance. They could definitely take each other to the limit in this early round, as we've seen. You know, we've seen a close call already. Like you said, it could be the case here again as Covey Christ hammers away in the corner and gets rejected. They found themselves in this situation a couple times. But yes, one mistake, one big impact could be the 1, 2, 3 for either one of these competitors.
Absolutely, and right there, Christ finally getting a little bit of upcomings, taking Bobby Sharp down at the legs. And you know what?
There we are.
Smart strategy. You keep Bobby Sharp to the ground like you specified, and this is where Chris will outshine him.
Absolutely. While I'm no stranger to seeing either of these two in the ring, I may be a tad more familiar with Covey Christ, and that's why I say I know his bread and butter is made on the ground. He is the savior of submission, self-proclaimed, and he has to remember that in this matchup if he wants to walk out with a win.
Sharp got it, but Christ using those few extra seconds that he gets to his advantage. And again, to give everyone the rules at home for this tournament, pinfall, submission, knockout, ref stoppage, that's the only way to win a match here at the King of Combat tournament. Other than that, pretty much anything goes. Drop toe hold down one, and crit going right back is Christ to those legs of Bobby Sharp. And I mean, like you said, self-proclaimed savior of submissions. He is definitely living up to that moniker right now. Just approaching the 3-minute mark left in this match. We are almost 7 minutes in. And Skills, again, is this going to come down to the wire? Is this going to come down to the final seconds? The more that Christ attacks those legs of Bobby Sharp.
It very well may. While this is, this is his lane. This is where Covey Christ excels. He may have waited too long. As you know, it takes time to break down a limb. It takes time to break down a muscle and put a top-tier athlete like Bobby Sharp in a position to score a submission. And Covey Christ may have waited too long, and that boat may have sailed for him.
Well, look at Bobby Sharp gingerly walking on that leg, going for those chops to try to create some separation. But Christ, knowing that he put some pressure on that leg, is now going after it like a bullseye, like a ring general. Kick Sharp off, rolls through, back to the leg again is Christ, and you gotta love it, man. You gotta respect it. It's fantastic. We're literally 2.5 minutes left in this match. Wow, look at that. Christ just digging in on that knee. I don't know if Bobby Sharp can hang on much longer here, Skills.
This might be it. You are absolutely right. A devastating move by Covey Christ here. He may make me eat my words here. As I said, I thought he waited too long to go to his specialty, to take it to the mat, to go for that submission.
Sharp still fighting, but how much does the Lion Warrior have left to go up against Christ? Right now at this point, it's like Jesus take the wheel, and you gotta wonder.
Yeah, he's fighting back, but make no mistake about it, Covey has not let go of that hold.
And Bobby Sharp is so close to those ropes, but it must feel like a million miles away at this point. Finally creating some separation, but Christ had that hold stitched in, and the damage has to be done, Skills.
Absolutely, the damage has to be done, and it's got Bobby Sharp moving slower than he wants to, with not a lot of time left to make something happen here.
90 seconds left in this first round matchup between Bobby Sharp and Covey Christ, and Christ now has momentum in his favor, but Bobby Sharp
cuts him right off. He might have a bum leg right now, but his arms are working just fine, George.
Near fall there by Sharp, but Christ kicks out, and Sharp literally running on one good leg and two good arms, still making Christ work for every inch of it. Wow.
Michinoku driver, that could be it.
Oh, Christ kicks out again, and we are literally at the final minute mark. 50 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen.
Another absolute nail biter here tonight.
You gotta wonder what these last 30 seconds or so hold in this matchup. Who wants it more? Who's gonna find that second gear to get them into the next round to go one-on-one with Tarek?
Wait, Covey pulls him down.
Back to the leg again.
Leg stretched right out, completely extended. This, if he doesn't get the rope, this could be it.
Sharp may tap. Sharp may tap. He got the rope. I can't believe it. 18 seconds left. What is Covey Christ going to have to do here?
And for those at home wondering, with a rope break, as there is no disqualifications to New Frontier, the match
hold on, 1,
ring.
2, 3.
We did it.
And Covey Christ.
To the semifinals, the technical spectacle, Covey Christ.
Wow.
The Maritimes' only representative tonight in the King of Combat tournament, getting the W in the first round and going on.
Absolutely. And the Messiah of the Maritimes moves on to go one-on-one with Tarek in the next round. We got our semifinals. Ada Prince versus Junior Benito. Covey Christ going one-on-one with Tarek. Wow.
It's gonna be another round of hard-hitting action.